Hey boys and girls, today you are going to be reading the book Conflict Resolution When Friends Fight. So just looking at that title, conflict resolution, that sounds like a really big fancy phrase, okay? But conflict simply means that there's a problem and resolution means that it gets solved. So how do you solve a problem? And then the next part is when friends fight. So just by reading the title, we can already get an idea of what this book is going to be about. Yesterday, when you were reading Bengali, they wanted you to figure out the central message of the books, okay? So central message is the author's purpose of the story, the lesson or moral that they are trying to teach the reader. Well, when we're reading nonfiction text, we still have a central message, but we usually call it the main idea. So what is this book completely about? And then find 3 details to support your answer. So, for example, last week, the nonfiction book you read was Kindness and Generosity, It Starts With Me. So the main idea of that book was that you can be kind and generous, and then that will get others to do so. And the examples or the details you could put was Noah started a coat drive, or I can't remember the little boy's name, but he walked his neighbor's dog, or you can volunteer to pick up trash. Those are details that were pulled directly from the text, okay? So as you're reading this book, and again, the title's already giving you a clue. You want to figure out what the main idea of this whole story is, what they want us to learn, and then find the details to support that, okay? You don't have to draw a graphic organizer like this, but I personally like to because it helps. All right, and then the next thing they want you to do is they want you to answer the question, what are the headings in the book? So here I've pulled a picture or a page from the book, and I want you to see if you can identify the heading. Remember, the heading is like a mini title. So the heading here would be, what is conflict? Okay, the heading tells us what we are going to read about on that page or the few pages after that. So you need to identify all of the headings in the book. You can simply flip through and look, and it's really easy to identify a heading because they're always at the top, like the title of the page, and they're in bold print, okay? Sometimes in books, they might even be different colors. So once you list all of those headings, then I want you to look at this picture and think, what heading would this picture fit under, okay? That is your first option. So if you want to do something with that book, that's great. But you have options, okay? So instead of reading the story and doing those activities, you can go ahead and do this. It says, read the story below, and this one's a little bit shorter. It's called My Friend. I have a friend, her name is Kim. Kim lives across the street. She is in the same class I am in at school. We play together. We play at recess, at lunch, and after school. One day we had a fight, a conflict. After school, we didn't play together. After school, I gave her a flower and told her I was sorry. Then we played together. Resolution. Kim is my best friend. Okay, so after reading that, circle the words we, friend, her, and play, and is, then, my, and then tell 3 things you learned from this story. Okay, so even though this story is a little bit different from the book, the main idea or the central theme, the lesson, it's all the same, okay? Now, you have 2 choices in your writing. We are all about giving you guys choice. So, choice number 1, think about the 2 books you have read this week, Bengali and Conflict Resolution When Friends Fight. Which book tells the story and which book gives information? Explain the differences between the books that tell stories and books that give information. Use examples from the 2 books you have read. So you only should do this writing if you chose option 1 to read the book Conflict Resolution When Friends Fight. Again, here they want you to talk about the differences and the similarities between the books. So I personally love to do the Venn diagram. Remember the 2 circles that overlap? You can do that, or you can just write about it in sentence form. Either one is fine. Or you could draw a picture of a time you and a friend fought and made up. However, if you do this option, I strongly encourage you to maybe write a sentence or 2 about it, explaining what's happening in the picture, because even the best artists don't convey the whole message all of the time. So I want to know exactly what happened when you and your friend fought, okay? Think of it as a caption for your picture. And then the extension, which is optional, is to write down some ideas you might want to try the next time you have a problem. Put the list somewhere special so you remember where it is when you need it. So, guys, I am sure that you are home with your brothers and sisters and maybe some cousins, and there's bound to be a conflict, okay? You're around each other all the time. So this activity would actually be very helpful with that, so that when you have that conflict or that problem, you then know how to solve it and things will be better, okay? So this extension activity isn't even necessarily about your learning. It's just how to be successful with your relationships in life, okay? As always, if you need any help, I am here for you. Let me know what I can do.